Well,
The
Josh, do you have an
original.
answer for this? I kind of have a good one. I have a good one for this, I think.
Um, so hands down, Cliff is Michelangelo, 100%, without a doubt.
100%. 100% he's Michelangelo. There's
Without a doubt.
no doubt in my mind he's Mikey.
Bailey is Donatello.
Yep. Yep.
Donatello
100%
me that.
Donatello me
Ty,
it, dude.
you're Raphael.
No, Donatello me that.
Donatello me that.
Ty, you're Raphael.
And he doesn't even know who that is.
Nah, dog.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then
Yep.
I always forget the
That's
last one.
Leo.
Leo. Yep. Leonardo. And then that's me.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 26 of Big Deck Energy. We're at the halfway point, boys. Half a year of doing this. How does that feel?
Fantastic. It's been a good
it's
ride.
pretty crazy, honestly.
Yeah,
It's been a great 6 months. Let's hear for another 6 more.
Really crazy to think that we've been doing this for 6 months already. We're going to be talking about our pre-release experience over this weekend. Kind of how our thoughts on certain cards might have changed or maybe didn't change, what our personal experience was during pre-release, and all that good stuff. Let's just get right into it. How was your boys' pre-release?
Cliff, you want to start us off?
Cliff, did you get a chance to play? I know all three of us got to play at our shops.
No, I unfortunately
pre-release,
this is my weekend on, so I wasn't able to make time to go and hit any of the pre-releases. So all I've got for my week is just some theory crafting for my decks. I do think I came to a breakthrough, but we want to save that for a different segment and just get right into the armories and stuff, or should I break down what I was thinking?
Oh yeah, go for it.
Okay, so as many of you know from the last episode, I have been eyeing up Riptide after I took my max deck, which I thought was going to be this great thing, and got my face absolutely dragged through the gravel. So we've cycled back to a little bit safer waters, and I had some time at work, so I just went on to February and for Ranger class and just looked at all the Ranger cards. And there was a couple I came across that I had forgotten about and that I wasn't running that I think I'm going to try to slot in. The first is kind of an old staple, been around since Tails, Fatigue Shot. 1 for 5. If it hits, the base power of their first attack action card they play during the next turn is halved, rounded up. That just says Bravo and Guardian matchups all day long.
Yeah, that card's actually been like my spice in Azalea.
Yeah.
Against Bravos, that matchup, or just like against Brutes or Guardians, is just fucking horrendous. But fatigue shot kind of mitigates like their full 4-card hands, when they're trying to clap back with like all this power. They
and
just
one
can't,
one that's similar is a Timidity Point. I saw that one again, and I'm thinking about it. That's for those who aren't aware of Timidity Point. It's a 1 for 5 arrow, and when that one hits, attacks they control lose and cannot gain dominate during their next turn. So that shuts off Azalea and it shuts off Bravo. But the real card that I got really excited when I found that actually, because of how I want to build Riptide, opened up a lot of deck slots is Take Aim. If you're a Ranger player, you know what this card is, right?
Yeah.
The red is a 0 that gives +3, 2 block with reload and go again on it. So you can reload your arsenal. It has the go again. What does the text say on its buff, though? Do any of you know off the top of your head? Or should
just
I read
+3 to the next arrow.
Nope.
Just +3, right?
The next Ranger attack action card. The next Ranger attack action card you play this turn gains +3. What new attack action do Assassins and Rangers share? Death Touch?
Oh, that's true.
Okay.
So
Huh?
running this in allows me to manipulate some of the other buffs because I can now have
Oh,
2
interesting,
sets
because
of
Death Touch
buffs.
has to be played from Arsenal too, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
and not only can Riptide Arsenal off of playing this card, but then he can pitch at
Yeah.
instant to Barb to flip it up and then take the reload trigger off of take aim to load both Arsenal slots just for playing that card. Not only that, I now have 2 separate buffs that can hit Death Touch. Both Premeditate and this both will buff Death Touch. And it's another 6 power attack. So I know it's risky, but I think I can cut Command and Conquer pretty safely now. Because I'll still get my 6 power poppers. I'm still getting the interplay I want, and Death Touch is a 1 for 6. That generates the token of my choice on hit, which is what allows me to manipulate my ratio of buffs for my arrows. So that card alone just opened up so much that I can do for my Riptide.
I like it.
Interesting.
I like
It's
it.
all because of how it's worded.
I like it a lot.
Yeah, that's cool.
So yeah,
Take aim was always kind of a get out of jail free card in Azalea because you'd have weird hands where like you just don't even have an arrow. But like with take
yes.
aim, it gives you the free reload, and you can still like gamble with Azalea off the top, you know.
Because one of the
That
big
card
things
actually
in
like made the list after Lexi left, because I like cut a bunch of the frailty stuff. I put like 2 of those in my deck just because like it just like value wise, if you can ever run into like that turn where you reloading is actually like, huge for the turn or to get out of the clunkiness. Like that card is insane. But
yes,
the
and
tech,
what I
the
love,
little Death Touch tech is sweet, Cliff.
yeah, and what I really love about Reload is Riptide. I do not like arsenaling my buffs, right? Because with the playing the buff from hand, I get to load my arrow for free. Right, that's his mechanism. I can arsenal this one pretty safely because then I can just play it and it has reload on it, so I can still get my arrow into arsenal for free with that reload. So it's just giving a
Oh, does
lot
he
more
only trigger when you play it
options.
from
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm super
hand?
excited to build with
Interesting.
that card now. So that's why I said I was cooking earlier today. And I also thought of something that would be kind of funny. You know, Infecting Shot, right? The red 5 power blood rot on hit. If it has
Of
an aim
course.
counter, it has +1
Oh
power.
yeah.
Mhm.
If you Art of Ward and chose defend with a card from Arsenal, could you defend with that aim countered Infecting Shot with 6 power to pop someone's dragon?
I believe you
That's a
could.
good question.
Judge.
But yeah, I was gonna say the answer to
Because
that is, above my pay grade.
unless Art of War states that it has to be a face down card, and Infecting Shot just has +1 because of the aim counter, I think that it would be viable.
I agree. I agree.
Which
Very
I
much
think
so.
would be hilarious.
I agree very much so.
Yeah.
Did you get any like practice games in with that deck, Cliff? Did you play Wes at all or
No.
anything?
No, we after I came back, we did play some, and I think I talked about it in the last episode, but yeah, the Bravo matchup is just rough.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think the other sideboard slot that I need to have is for Dreadbore. Dreadbore into the Bravo matchup is what I think the move is. For Riptide at least.
I don't think that's a bad idea at
Yeah,
all.
that card actually kind of sucks against like really any fatigue deck. I was gonna say against Teklo because I've been such a Teklo fan lately, but Dreadbore is like so scary when they flip that over. And you're like, shit, I have so many D reacts in my deck. Just
Yeah.
like having them like sit on a whole turn cycle just because of one card for free. Like they don't have to do anything for that
And
to happen.
Dreadbore
Really,
with
it's just kind of crazy.
Remorseless, that's sweet. Dreadbore with Remorseless is just sweet. You pop it in face up so it gets the +1 and you can shoot it off, and that's just 6. Absolutely no defense reactions with its on hit. It's beautiful.
Love it.
But I won't detract us too much
Pretty
from
spicy.
the actual pre-release stuff. That's just a little bit of deck teching that I got to. But I'll pass it over to you guys.
I like it. Ty, why don't we start off with you, buddy?
Yeah, what were your okay, well, I was just gonna say like our initial thoughts, I guess, with the sealed format for heavy hitters. Mine was overall, positive. I think it was pretty sweet. It's a lot better than like most sealed formats we've seen. TOA sucked. Bright Lights
Especially
kind of
lately.
sucked. Yeah, I mean, Outsiders was like pretty cool, but it was pretty clear like kind of what hero you were. I don't know if it was very flexible. I know there was just like assassin piles in that sealed format, you know. But this one definitely felt like each hero was doing something different, and there's a lot of options. But yeah, I ended up playing Kasai, which was kind of surprising. I didn't necessarily want to play a warrior, but my pool was kind of just too good. I got the majestic commanding performance, a bunch of good red pumps, and even some like pretty decent yellows to like do the little gold thing with her. But yeah, I had a drop early. My daughter had a birthday party, so I wasn't able to finish out. But I went 0-1-1 on the day. Ended up tying good buddy Carter in round 1. Went down right to the wire in a Kasai mirror. Actually, that's the only warrior I faced all day. Lost to Sean. Sean kicked my ass. Actually, that game wasn't really close. That game did not feel close. And then Dylan started with a just swing. He was on KO. He was on Reinar. He just swung with claw turn 0. I just passed, and he instant speed discarded a 6 power. Intimidate, gives a go again. All the extra crap. Does some other big, huge attack afterwards. Puts me down to like 13 on turn 0. Intimidates my whole hand. But I somehow ended up coming back in that game. So
how'd you go
yeah,
0-1-1?
The sealed format felt really good.
How'd you go 0-1-1?
No, I went
playing
1-1-1. I'm
Okay,
sorry.
okay.
Did I miss?
Yep. No, you're good.
I'm sorry. I might have said
I was doing the math.
I went 1-1-1 on the day.
Gotcha.
Sorry, dude.
No, you're good. I was
so
confused
like-
for a second. I was like, that doesn't add up.
No,
But no,
yeah.
continue. I'm sorry to cut you off there.
No, like I said, I was like kind of excited to play a brute. Honestly, I wanted to check those out, but my pool just sucked for brutes. It was pretty clear that it was a warrior pool, and Kasai just seems like the better warrior. I don't know. Still, really, kind of. I look at Olympia and I'm just wondering what the hell he's doing. They didn't really give him a payoff, which is weird. We all were kind of waiting for that payoff, and it just never came. So his whole hero mechanic is just kind of like I guess gold in themselves are like those are kind of payoffs. Like if you have a bunch of them at the end of the game and you just like blow them all up or something, but I don't know. Yeah, because I felt sweet.
Remember, sorry, I kind of interrupting, but you kind of remember the deck theory we had for Olympia, where you want to run the blue heavies so that you can keep pitching to the use of the gold.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he's cool, like aesthetically to me. That's about it. Everything else is just kind of boring.
Mid.
I love the gladiator feel. Like I love that. I've said it many times before, but I just wish they would have given him some cool mechanic, or like we were predicting early on, if you guys remember, like kind of like Teklo with the Evos. Maybe if they gave him just a ton of weapons that he can like equip throughout the game and attack with, and they break, or something, just something along those lines, like a real pit fighter. But played Kasai. Was fucking a fun sealed format. Feels like they actually gave sealed a little love this time, honestly. Yeah, chance to play either you or Josh, Bailey, so that was unfortunate. I was kind of hoping to play you at the last round there. We both had a tie on the day.
I don't remember the last time that we have played each other, honestly, man.
It's been a while. Yeah, it's been a while. I think the last time was Vincent Teklo.
Yeah.
But why don't you go in with your day with the sealed format? Who did you play on Saturday?
Who did I play?
Yeah, you go, Bailey.
Yeah, like
Yeah, you want me to go?
What deck did you build?
Yeah, you go. You go first, Josh.
Yeah, what'd you build?
No, you go first.
I got more to my weekend.
No, you. We're all just,
Something
it's the
I'll be-
Spider-Man meme where we're all just pointing the finger.
I've got a lot to my weekend, but I'm gonna sum it up.
I played 2 armories this weekend, so
That's true. Okay. Well,
Oh, did you end up going to the second one?
no, I didn't go to a second
Really?
pre-release, but
Oh.
all right. Well, I'll just go then. I played Kasai as well. There was only 3 warriors at our pre-release. We had 12 people there, and I think there was what was it? 5 brutes, 4 guardians, and no, 5 guardians, 4 brutes, and something along those lines. It was pretty widespread out there. We didn't have one Olympia there, like Ty said, but I ended up playing Kasai is what the cards drew me to. Luckily, everyone was kind of giving me shit for it, like, oh, of course, the Kasai main. I'm like, pipe it down. But I did rip a commanding performance as well, Ty. That card was absolute gas and limited.
Yeah, weird.
Super good.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah.
My deck was actually kind of
A lot
cracked.
I feel like every time I played it, they just didn't block, so it just was like kind of automatic damage or like unblockable damage. Most times
Absolutely.
they just wouldn't block because they have an arsenal, you know.
Absolutely. And I was able to get 6 attack reactions, 7 counting my lunging press in my deck. So those were actually kind of my saving grace.
Nice.
And I did a lot of damage
They
with
kind of
those bad
snuck that one
boys.
in there.
Which one?
I missed that they reprinted that card. The
Lunging
lunging
press?
press. I didn't.
Yep.
I like missed that or something.
I didn't really utilize Kasai's ability too much in the limited sealed format. I was able to swing twice with my weapons quite a bit, to be honest, because I do like draw swords, be able to draw a card, make them free. I ended up getting 3 draw swords in my deck, so it was just super good off of that. And then I also was able to get whatever that a warrior action that you're able to get go again. I'm trying to remember what it's called. I think it's engaged Swiftblade, where it's a buff, and then if it's defended by an attack action card, gets go again. That card was very utilized very well.
Yep.
I did notice a lot of the cards were 2 blocks, so it was interesting trying to build these decks, not gonna lie. But I ended up going 2-1. I played Dylan
Yeah,
first.
there were more 2 blocks than
More 2 blocks than most things. Yeah. It was
Yeah,
interesting
no,
trying to
there's
build
a-
those.
yeah.
ton of 2 blocks in this set.
Yeah. But my first match was into Dylan. Played him. He was on Reinar. Came down to 1-1. He had me on the back foot majority of the time, but I was just blocking out, pitch stacking my attack reactions for the end game. And let me tell you, playing Kano has definitely helped me with my pitch stacking, and it definitely helps in limited for sure. I was able to squeak it out with a attack reaction. Played Sean round 2, and he was on KO, and I won that one. Him and I both came down to the wire, and then my dumbass and his dumbass at the same time forgot that lunging press is only attack action cards when I played it. So technically I couldn't have played it, but in my next hand I had 2 attack reactions. So we both kind of were just
Jesus.
like shrugged our shoulders and we're like, oh, well, yeah, we both need to read the card again. But so I got that one. And then round 3, I was only able to play 3 rounds and got to the finals against Maxwell, another good player in the Minneapolis area. They played KO and came down to the wire again, 1-1. I knew he had a lunging press in hand, tried saving 2 cards in hand, hoping that it wasn't actually the lunging press when I overblocked on a turn. And he ended up having the lunging press like I suspected. So he got the dub on that one. So I went 2-1. But Kasai, very strong and limited and sealed.
Well, wait, you soul read him, but he still got the dub? What do you mean?
No, I
You called
lost.
his lunging press?
I called his lunging press. Like, in my mind, I overblocked on one turn because he kept a card in hand after he attacked me for 7. So I blocked out 8, full grip. He arsenaled a card, and I'm like, okay, if he actually has the lunging press, then he kills me. If he doesn't, I kill him. And I just took the gamble, and he had it. So I was kind of over blocking everything against him just in case he did have the lunging press in KO, because that's the only attack reaction that you can use in KO. So it was just, do or die is what it came down to. And I only had like 6 cards left in
Yeah.
deck with 2 attack reactions. So it was like very, very limited. But limited play. But it was a good game. Super fun. Super close. But yeah, I think Kasai...
Yeah, the 30 card decks you really get to your second cycle like a ton, you know?
Oh yeah. I had 36 cards in my deck total at the end of the day. But
Okay.
I think I had 33.
I was able
33.
to I was able to use a
almost
lot.
think that you want to stick on the smaller side on this one and try to get to your second cycle.
Yeah, but also at the same time, when brutes are coming in and you have to block half the time to set up your second cycle with your attack reactions with an attack, it's kind of iffy. Because those brutes, let me tell you, I played 3 brutes, didn't play anything else, and they were all very tough matchups. So I think brutes are going to be a force to be reckoned with. I think Kasai is going to be a good force to be reckoned with in the sealed aspect. Both Reinar and KO are very good. Olympia, I'm not sure. We never even saw anybody play it at our pre-release, so it's going to be a good question mark above Olympia. But in the Guardian aspect, I think Betsy's the better bet in sealed in draft over Victor. Drew, our friend, played Victor. He was able to rip the Marvel Young Hero, which is pretty cool, so he felt forced into it. But he said that he was only able to create gold like in 1 or 2 games, I think it was, he said, out of the 4 that he played.
Mm-hmm.
So he said it's like not very viable or easy in the sealed aspect. But Bailey, I know you played a
Yeah, in
Guardian.
sealed, I don't know if Victor's very good.
I know you played a Guardian, so
I
I think in
played
draft
the
you could
other
make a good
Guardian,
Victor deck.
which is, in my opinion, a much better Guardian to play in like a sealed environment. I was on Betsy. What did I do for the day? I know my first round was a draw. That one went all the way to time, and then I took 2 down, so I went 2-1-1 on the day.
Oh shit. Breaking the
Which
curse.
I know I broke the 0-2, which was phenomenal. No, I felt like Betsy performed really well. I didn't really have any issues getting like my my wagers to happen. I feel like I had enough of those. I don't know. It just felt like she kind of came together. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
Betsy, I know Tanner played Betsy. He had
I was
Tanner
able
had
to.
a freaking house of a Betsy deck.
Yeah, I was talking to him afterwards, and I don't think he was super big on her for limited. But I don't know.
No, he wasn't. He just had some good cards that kind of forced him.
Yeah. But no, I think she was really good. Having that built-in like overpower, so nice. Like you can't underestimate that at all. It just
So based on your sealed experience, how do you think she'll feel outside of sealed?
that's the question, isn't it? I think Victor is going to be a better guardian in like an actual constructed environment.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I don't know. I don't think
do
she'll
wanna
feel as
say,
good. She'll still feel very like
just,
smooth. Like everything about her flows really well. Especially with the support that she has in this set, right? I don't know. I felt like it was a very smooth experience playing her, very like intuitive. It'll be kind of pretty easy to like pick up on her style.
Sweet. Yeah. I'm looking forward to screwing around with that deck a lot. She seems like she'll be a good time.
Yeah, she definitely fills that role
I do want
of
to
like
say,
an aggro guardian.
if you can't tell, listeners, we recording all from home. I did want to say though about Victor, um, that deck in CC seems just too
Good.
freaking slow to me. I don't know. No, it doesn't even really seem that good. I don't know. I guess I am just like playing Teklo against
Interesting.
it. I think I've dropped like one game or maybe no games against a Victor. Like I'll have to go back and look, but it seems slower than Bravo. Doesn't really present as much. It's like not as threatening as Bravo. So it's exactly kind of what Tekla wants. Or it's just like yeah. I don't know. That hammer too. I mean, if you lose one clash, you know, or what is it, a wager on that thing? Or is it a clash?
Clash.
Whatever it is, if you lose that counter, I mean, that thing becomes almost unusable. So,
The Miller's
Yeah.
Grindstone.
Yeah, I don't know.
We played a match.
This
I played
first
a
week
match
after testing a
yesterday.
ton of
I played a match real quick. I played a match yesterday with Drew on his Victor because we tuned it up a little bit differently. And the Miller's Grindstone, when he played it into Bailey, was not good. It was bad, like very bad. I feel like if you're gonna
Yeah, it
use
just
that
doesn't
weapon,
seem
Wow.
good.
Okay. To be fair, he was playing into my very defensive Bolton, where I was able to kind of just not allow it to hit.
yeah, but at the same time, I feel like you really have to lean into the hammer with the buffs. Like really lean into the hammer with the buffs to try to make sure it hits or like wins the clash. I mean, it's not even if it hits, right? It's just like when you attack with it, clash.
No, it has to hit.
It
Are
does
there
have
a
to hit.
lot of
Yeah.
are there a lot of pumps that will like pump the hammer though in
Yes.
Guardian?
Yes. Most of the pumps
Oh, there's
are
a
your
ton.
next attack. Money where your
Yep.
mouth is.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it hits just
I
your next
suppose I did
attack.
kind of notice that about the
All
warrior
the new
stuff too.
auras too.
Yeah.
A lot of
All
the
the new
buffs are
auras
just
in
like your next
How
Guardian.
good
attack
are
in this
agility
set.
tokens, boys?
Agility tokens are amazing.
I mean, I know we kind of touched on the agilities a little bit, but how good are they? I mean,
I think they're amazing.
it seemed like those were just like insane.
Oh, stupid good. In Kasai, I was able to just swing twice with my weapons every time. And if a Guardian got
Yeah, I
it,
was more scared of them in the brutes
that
that I was
too.
playing. I
That
don't know
too.
if I even can Guardians even get the agilities?
Yes, they
Aren't
can.
the agilities mostly like
I lost
I
clashes
wonder.
on my test of agilities in my sealed deck and
Oh,
gave
I suppose if
brutes
you're giving them the agilities, that's like how they did it.
a
Yeah.
lot of agility tokens in those losses, and it was scary every single time. I almost didn't even want to block with them just because of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I was
the
just
fact that they
waiting for
put
someone to
Yume on
wage an
there,
agility with me.
yeah, I think it's smart that they put Yume because if those were like conditional or unconditional like triggers and you know you couldn't choose, um, it would be different. Like I think those would
Yeah.
be seen as you know just totally different mechanics. But the fact that you can kind of like you know you're putting all your money and you're saying yeah I'm betting this hits. You know you're maybe putting you know kind of you're telling your opponent look I might have some tricks or you're just
Yeah.
like presenting the attack in a different way than normal. So
Yeah. And that's where,
it
especially in
just
like
feels
a,
very well designed.
especially in sealed, that's like what made Betsy feel so strong was the fact that like it was up to me whether or not I even wanted to
Yeah,
wager the attack in the first place. Like if I couldn't pay for the overpower, I just didn't wager, right? Like if I wasn't guaranteed to hit with it, like might as well just not wager and risk them benefiting off of it.
For
or
Victor,
if you like want cards from their hand, you just put the
Yeah.
wager on it, right? And you say, look, I just get this little extra thing if you let this hit, and then it's you know it's making it you know harder for them to kind of take that
Yeah.
damage. You know
It
what I mean?
just it
So
opens up
that's cool.
new avenues for um different levels of like skill when it comes to play.
For
A little bit, yeah.
for
Like it's just kind of like more decision making, honestly.
Yeah.
for Victor, when we were tweaking Drew's deck, Cliff, your assumptions for like, like a blitz version of Victor, the assumption of Thump in that deck was insanely strong, was insanely good.
Yes, I think these new Guardians love Thump.
Dude, the
Thump
fact
is
that
gonna be coming back.
the fact that you played Money Where Your Mouth Is for a 3 buff, and if you can
And then
wager
you
a
just
gold,
give it dominate.
and then you just give it Dominate coming in for 9 dom, wagering
Insane.
a gold, super good,
And then
insanely
if you
good.
double that shit too, that's double discard.
Yeah, Terra Sundered as well, like that. It was super good, dude. I think that's like, I think
Yeah.
Thump's gonna
It
really
just seemed
shine.
like it was doing everything that Victor wanted to do.
Yes, I think Thump is gonna really shine in the constructed aspect of the game. Sucks that they didn't print it in this set. They came out with a different card that was like, what was it? Not gosh, I'm trying to
Was
think
it Big Bop?
No, not Big Bop. I got it over here, but I can't remember. I'm not gonna get up and go find it. I can look on Fabrary, but it
Well,
was.
remember, dominate carries is that old text. Thump carries dominate.
I know,
So I
I
don't
know.
think we'll see a Thump reprint.
There's a different one that has Overpower. Thunk. No, it's not Thunk. Thunk just clashes. There's a different one
Thunk
that
and
gains.
Thump.
Yeah, dude, Thunk. Replace Thunk with Thump. Give me Thump. There is a different one that gets
There's a
over the
ton
top.
of
Over the
Guardian
top.
cards that
Over the
all
top.
sound the same. Holy shit.
If this has greater base or greater damage than its base, it gets Overpower, and it's a 3 cost, so it's 1 less than Thump, but comes in for 6 still, 3 block. So it's essentially the same thing, but just dumbed down with the Overpower instead of Dominate.
Yeah.
Which I think that card is probably a house in Limited. So it's good that they came out with something that's kind of like it. I think those 2 cards are going to be, a real shiner in the deck since constructed.
Yeah.
I'm kind of scared of KO, honestly.
I didn't see him at all. I didn't play a single brute
Be glad.
yesterday.
Be glad. KO
No,
is
Karma caught up to me
disgusting.
today. I played one. I only played one brute today. Never mind. There was 3 there, but. Oh yeah. No, outside of the
No.
pre-release, I also went to a regular armory today. Over at Mound. First time I've been able to get out there in quite some time. And I ended up taking second over there on Azalea.
What'd you go?
Nice.
Did
Was
you
it CC?
2-1?
2-1, yeah. Yep, it was CC.
Awesome.
So that's, I don't know.
Was
Azalea
Danny
was
there?
just.
Did you get to see him?
Danny was not there. No, I was kind of hoping he would be, but they had a.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I know that's his LGS.
Yeah, I don't know if this is like the regular for them now, but they had like 8 people there, which was awesome. I mean, the last time I went there, which was a couple months ago before the holidays really hit, I think we get like 4 or 5, maybe 6 some weeks over there. So they're definitely growing out there too, which is awesome. Shout out Adventure Loot Gaming. Great vibe, great shop out there.
And they
Well, I
move
think we all
locations
actually
too,
went
right?
to their.
Yes.
Is
We
it
went to their
bigger?
Welcome to Wraith, or their farewell to Wraith event. I think altogether before our shop even got into Fab, I believe. You guys remember that?
Yeah, that was like right at the time when Farewell was coming out, or the Farewell Welcome to Wraith event was coming out, and our shop was just starting to fire armories. That's where we met Dylan, actually. Well, I met Dylan. But
yeah, Dylan at that event too. Yep.
I don't think
That
I
was
made
in
it to
Mound. That
any
was
of
at
the
their,
farewell events.
Really?
shame.
Oh,
Are you sure? Because you would have gotten one of the cold foil heroes if you placed, I think, what was it, top 8?
no, I didn't get a 1.
Everyone just got one, I think.
Oh, yeah, that might have been it. Everyone
just got one as participation.
Mm-hmm. That's right. But Bailey had a pretty hot weekend, eh? Broke that O2 curse.
Yeah,
Love to hear it.
which
That's
was
good. That's good.
fucking amazing. It's about damn time.
Well, I mean, we've been talking a little bit about the sealed aspect in like some of the cards that we
You
think
picked up a good deck for once, dude. What do you expect? Azalea's cracked.
Azalea
No,
is
like
good.
I don't usually play good decks. Okay, buddy.
Wow.
Well,
Bolton, Great Axe, you got Vincent, you got
hey,
Whoa, whoa,
Towering Titan
whoa! Am
Bravo
I
that
detecting
I've
some
seen
shit
one
talking
time.
about Vincent?
Maybe a little.
Hmm.
Vincent
What
can
did
be
we
a
call her?
house.
D
I
tier?
don't know. Vincent seems like a miss to me, dude. I don't know. I'm not trying to be harsh on that hero, but man, that condition or that unconditional banish a card every single turn, it's like I don't know.
Oh
How do
yeah,
you
no,
ever
it
block
definitely
when you're
fucks you over sometimes.
yeah, dude?
Especially
Like
when
if
you're getting like late game. Yeah,
yep,
it.
exactly.
I've lost some games because of it, but I don't know. Overall, the deck to me feels good. Um, I've been playing
Yeah, no, I'm just kidding. You.
I've been playing the updated version on Talishar, the one I think I'm gonna bring to RTNs, and it's been feeling good. Very smooth. So I'm excited for this RTN season.
Nice.
One of us has to
No
qualify. It's in
Azalea?
our
You're not gonna
fucking
bring
home
Azalea?
turf. I'm gonna start on Vincent because I think I'm gonna be able to make it to 2 of them. So I'm gonna play Vincent at the first one, I think. And if that doesn't go well, I'll probably just fall back on Azalea at the second, see if I can do anything there.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll be missing our draft. I'll be going to the 2 CC ones, but
Yeah,
seems like we're
I'm
all
really
gonna go
looking
as a
forward
team
to
this
it.
time around.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to hit one, but I'm gone. I think I'll be in Mexico and I'll be gone for I think 2 of them, which kind of sucks. So I might only be able
Oh
to make
no,
one,
I'm gonna
be
be
or
down
in
here.
Mexico.
I'll be sipping on the beach. But we have been talking a little bit as we go through our sealed event. Is there any other cards that really stood out to you guys in this limited sealed pre-release?
I really like Big Bop and Guardians.
Big Bop seems like it's a pretty good one. You
Is
just
that your
block out on your turn.
Betsy? Or wait, well, not Betsy. Big Bertha card.
Yeah, it's I think it's Guardians Big Bertha. For
Yeah.
me at least. I'll probably end up with a small collection of them. Still open to foil Big Berthas if anyone's sitting on some,
I got one for
by
you.
the way.
I pulled it out when I ripped packs and saw it, and I was like, "Oh, straight to Bailey."
We'll set up a PO box so people can start sending me their foil Big Berthas too.
You're gonna get a ton in the mail.
There you go.
Was
Like
there?
Kellen's fucking Macho Grande.
Yeah, right. Was there any other like generic cards that
Dylan and
really
his stubbies.
helped out with you guys in this sealed? Was there any generics that really like stood
There,
out?
there was, and I gotta find
know.
it now because I can't remember the name of it.
How
I
did
don't
you?
know if there's any like particular cards, but I think the agilities themselves were like very apparent. That was like a big part of the format, and also like the clash mechanic felt so like smooth. Actually having the cards in your hand and like doing the clash, both of you revealing. Every once in a while, you'll just like you said, Josh, you're just giving your opponents agilities and shit. But like every once in a while, you'll just get a gold or something from like some clash you won that you weren't supposed to, and you're like, hey, that's pretty cool. Like that can like
Yeah,
turn the tides of games sometimes. So it's like
there.
I don't know. Clash seemed very cool to me. Very
I liked it a lot. It was a different mechanic that brings a different party to the game. I did like it for like getting top of the deck knowledge, so then you can know like
yeah. You also exactly. You
like
gain information too.
set up your next turn in a sense. The other cards that really stood out to me were in the dual class cards, the instant discard cards, where you just instant discard it to create an agility token or anything of that sort. Like I know Dylan had a couple in his brute, and he would just instant discard it on his turn, take some damage, and then just go Mandible Claw if he needed to, which was very good. And while doing that, he got an
me with the
agility
instant
token
speed turn 0.
on turn 0.
Yeah, he attacked with his claw, and then I think I just passed because I had a pretty good hand, just thinking, oh, I'll take 3, and then he instant speed discarded, gave it go again, intimidated, continued to just smash me. I think I already said that, but I was like, oh, dude, what is happening here?
Yeah, it was really disgusting whenever Dylan was doing that. He had a lot of those cards and we're utilizing them very well. And I think with Reinar having the double Mandible Claw on some turns, it's almost like fatigue in a sense, because you can just instant discard to give your claws go again, pay 2 on each claw, and swing for 6 in a turn, and that is just great damage output.
It's a cool interaction. Sure.
It is. Bailey, was there another card that you said that kind of stood out to you that you were gonna say?
Yeah, down but not out stood out to me as exceptionally bad.
No, terrible. It was terrible. I did not like that card, and I had one in my deck and never even used it. The only thing that was good,
I had it in my deck because it was a blue and it pitched for 3, and I needed to fill out some slots.
Same for me, and it blocked 3.
Terrible. Yeah.
So
no, sorry, I completely forgot the best part of my Betsy deck. I ended up opening her specialization helmet in my pool, and let me tell you, that thing is a fucking house. Oh my god.
I think you just play that helm over everything as like constructed Betsy, like that's just her.
Yeah,
helm,
it feels like a legendary, in terms of like power.
I think the continuous effect on that is kind of overlooked. We all overlooked it where we didn't realize
and
it was
it's
just
free,
like turn after turn. Well, don't you have to pay 1 for it?
You destroy it?
You have to destroy a gold. No, you destroy a gold.
No, you do not destroy a cliff. That is a
you can use it. You can use it until you
block 2. You get 2 block with it, and then you continue to just activate it as many times as you want to.
Yeah, it's just good.
Yeah,
what the fuck?
I had a couple of generics. I forgot the name of them, but they on hit made a gold, and then if I played them from Arsenal, got go again. I think it was like performance bonus or something like that, which most of the time hit. I wasn't expecting it to, but I only had the blue ones in that hit for 1, and nobody really wants to block out 1, even if it does give me a gold. And then I could just play out whatever attack and wager a might and a vigor. And then also turn on Betsy's ability. It felt very strong.
I did want to touch on those instant discard cards though, Josh. You can kind of like it, how like with the Scowling Flesh Bag, you can defensively like use Intimidate or whatever. It's not really defensive, but you can do it like in the reaction step, and sometimes that might matter where like you draw out some blocks or something, you go to the reaction step, you then discard it, triggering the Intimidate on your turn or something, and then like maybe you're just upping your rates.
No, the intimidation is only on your action phase.
Yeah.
Well, you were just saying
does
like
the reaction phase, like, is that not considered the action phase?
No. The action. I thought you were saying like while you're blocking, and if they block with Scowling Flesh Bag, and then
when Cliff brought it up. No, I know. I'm saying yes, I know. That's on their turn, and when Cliff brought it up, he was asking about doing it on their turn, and on their that doesn't work. What I'm saying is on your turn, you're attacking in the reaction phase. I'm pretty sure.
I said both.
Like after blocks are declared.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Then you can just intimidate them.
It's just like an extra trick with those that you can use.
Yeah, or if they have like a movable or something, if they're a fatigue deck or something in their arsenal, like they can't play it because they can't pay for it.
They wouldn't play movable.
Well, you're just. I mean, like if you're playing a fatigue Bravo or something, or even like Teklo if he has an unmovable setup in his arsenal.
Oh, I actually did want to shout out to Wes. Him and I were going back and forth a little bit about the Teklo deck, and I gave him my list. Told him to just go try it out because he's kind of like wavering on what to play. And I think our game the other day, like showing him like what that singularity did, he was just like, "What the fuck," And he's asking me how does Bravo beat it, and I don't know, man. I've lost definitely some
That's
games
the
to
neat
Bravo because
part.
sometimes
He doesn't.
Yep.
yeah. Well, you can't set up sometimes like fast enough, and they will just like leak a ton of damage early on when you don't have your armor sometimes, and like that's how you lose those games. I was
Mhm.
also thinking though, instead of maybe like a Bravo, maybe you just bring in like almost 70 cards and you bring in red unmovables and you almost try to fatigue Tekla. Like, I'm going to transform. You just get through every attack. You have enough block to just discard a card and block me out. Because once I'm starting to draw 3 cards, like, and if you're not dead, it sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking maybe the way to beat Tekla with like those grind or those big guardian decks is to maybe like fatigue me, or fatigue Teklo.
Nah,
Because
Ty.
get to that point where I'm drawing 3
That's
cards.
when you hit him with the red pummel on your fucking overpowered tanks.
No, I don't play pummels. I can't, dude. It's just the cost curve is so fucking expensive already. I would love to. I have thought about it when building the deck at first, but
Yeah. What is your like average cost in that deck?
3, 4.
I mean, I'm usually only playing my tanks when they're 3, and then all my evos are 4. Singularity is a 6 cost. So I mean, I have almost 40 blues in the deck. I think it's like 36 to 39 blues or something like that. And yeah, all my reds are like all tanks, sigils, and fabricates, and then like D-reacts and stuff. So the average cost is something like 3 or 4. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know how we were talking about. Oh no, you said unmovable and tech loan. It made me think about this because I was kind of talking to Wesley, and he's like,
Damn.
Yeah.
sometimes I
Somehow
just
we
play
always
Teklo
get
and they
back
just
to
block it
Teklo.
anyways.
Teklo,
Weird how that works.
Teklo daddy. You want Teklo daddy?
If
But
that's
just
your
giving
cost curve, yeah, it's a good thing Icelander's out. You would not win anything against an Icelander.
I will say, Bailey, I was able to
No.
rip Hood of the Red Sands in limited in Kasai, and that actually
Is that
was
her specialization
yep,
chest?
yep. It was actually
What
pretty
does
good.
that one do?
So it's attack
Is that a hood?
reaction, pay
Or is
1.
that a check?
It's a hood. Did I say chest?
Okay.
Oh, is it
it's-
a hood?
Yeah, it's a
Thought it was.
hood. It's not a chest piece. I don't know if I said hood or chest, but
I think I said chest.
it's attack reaction, pay
Who
1.
knows? Who knows?
Banish a red and a yellow card from your graveyard. Destroy this. Target sword attack gets. When this hits, draw a card.
Oh yeah.
It was nice
Were you
because
able to get it to hit at all?
once, and it was nice because I blocked with it, and then I just slide it over and put a dice on top of it, and everyone goes, it's got battle worn. I was like, yeah, the only
Is it a
one
battle worn or
Yes.
temper?
battle worn. It only has
Oh.
one battle worn. But everyone's like, is that like the only battle worn thing in the set? I was like, yeah. Like literally the only battle worn equipment.
Yeah, no, the rare equipment in this set does feel very strong.
It does. Oh, Monstrous Veil is the other battle worn, and that's the Reinar head. But thing is just Skullhorn with a block.
Yeah.
Which doesn't seem bad,
No.
especially in like a limited.
Yeah, it doesn't seem terrible, but I mean, it still has that randomness in the whole aspect. But if you're building the deck in this set, I feel like
Well, that's what.
it's pretty well utilized.
Yeah,
To be
that's
honest.
what brutes are, though. They're the kings of random.
Yeah. I was
You guys gonna crack some packs this weekend? You guys coming to the shop and playing or what?
I unfortunately probably will not be. I'm back to work this coming weekend, which sucks, but
I'm gonna try my best, but
I might come down and grab a box or something.
Hell
See what
yeah.
I can rip, but I don't know. I might just be on singles for this set, honestly.
Really?
Just get
With
what
all
I
the
want.
Marvels and the heroes, the gold foil heroes, like that's seems like there's so much value. I mean, I'm sure all of those are gonna drop like crazy, but the fact that there's
Yeah.
10 of them,
I'm gonna wait until I can
all
get
fucking
my
gold foil heroes,
Marvel
that'd be
Victor
crazy.
for a decent price, and then
Yeah.
I need my Marvel Betsy.
adult, young, or both.
I need the tramp.
The Job of the Hut.
Yes, sir.
Shout out Tanner for calling that out. Tanner's wife, actually, Chelsea. Way to go. That was a great call out on that.
Honestly,
Ooh.
very true.
Was there any final conclusions you guys had to the sealed aspect of this set?
I don't think anything that we missed. It's just it's fun. If you get the chance to get to a pre-release this week, or if there's one coming up, go. It is a phenomenal limited environment. Don't miss it.
Yeah, I would say this was probably the best sealed format since like Welcome to Wraith, in my opinion. That's what I
Welcome to
think.
Wraith
I don't know.
2.0.
Better than
Outsiders was pretty good.
I don't know. I didn't really like Outsiders very much. It seemed too much like just everyone was just playing assassin piles, you know? And like
Yeah.
it was tough to like get a good Azalea deck or a good Ranger deck. You needed the good red arrows and stuff. Or you needed like Katsu's his actual lines to play him. Like it just seemed weird. The sealed format,
Yeah, that's fair.
you know, it wasn't very feasible. Some of those heroes it seemed like, or you'd have to get really lucky to be able to play one. And in this form or like this sealed format just seemed like yeah, like I mean I know I
Yeah.
said I kind of was forced into Kasai, but I definitely had an option to play Olympia. You could have played both for sure. Like
Yeah.
and yeah, it was just fun overall. A lot more fun than I've had in than I can remember. So in a while.
Yeah. More fun than I had at Bright Lights or Dusk Till Dawn.
Yeah, the White Light's got a lot of flack, I think, and rightfully so. I don't know.
Yeah.
The
I
items,
think it'll
man.
be a
The
while
items were
before we
just
see a single class set again too.
Wizard.
Wizard.
That'll
God.
probably be the next one.
Yep.
Ty, I saw you
Maybe.
ask that question. I'm about it.
Low key, that would be an
on Flake's
amazing set.
post.
Yep.
Yes.
Actually, I have to go listen to that episode to see if the question got asked.
He
That
hasn't
would've been
dropped
cool.
it yet. I looked earlier too.
Oh, he hasn't.
Nope.
Oh,
Come on, guys.
Sorry. We were asking
all right,
questions to
well,
Brian
we're already
Gottlieb
at
that could be answered on a different pod. So hopefully we can get some answers on those questions and bring it back here.
Yeah.
But we wanted to cover that in our topics today for the old sealed event and the new set release. But I know we've neglected some questions over the time of the past few pods. So
Gonna have a backlog, don't
honestly, it's funny. It's just a backlog of Dylan. It's just Dylan just asking a question every week, like he does. He usually likes to give us something, or some good question every week. We just haven't really had time at the end of each pod to like get to like the questions, and it might even be better this way to do it this way. Maybe just do like end of the month, mailbag.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Type episode
So
or whatever.
shout out Dylan.
But
This one goes out to you, buddy.
These questions.
So all the way back at the beginning of this month, Dylan asks, "Do you guys think Bravo will be the first hero from Welcome to Wraith to LL?" And then he goes on to say, "If not, like which four or which of the original four?" Because
God, I hope it's Katsu.
they are all still legal, which is kind of nuts.
Yeah, but with some of the card
this
support
new-
we've seen in the last set, though, they're kind of scary. They're spooky. They're spooky.
Yeah. Well, I think now that the meta is kind of opening up with less and less talented heroes, they're kind of getting their chance to shine. And I don't know that Bravo's going to be the first, though.
I think Reinar.
I think Reiner.
You're fucking crazy, dude.
Dude, Reinar's
No,
gonna
you
be
both are fucking.
Reiner's gonna be fucking
Reiner's
strong.
gonna be he's gonna be an issue.
You both.
Although
Your baked potatoes.
I could see Katsu. I could see Katsu.
It's definitely Katsu.
That's
card-
Katsu's always
That
been
card
in.
that they gave him
That
is
is
so
a dumb
pushed.
card. That is a dumb card. That makes him go
Which-
insane.
I mean, dude.
Oh, the Ancestral Harmony.
Yes.
Yeah, no, they're giving him
this
the.
set's tone.
They're giving him the Lexi treatment with
Yep.
the with
Here's
the
your
codexes.
toy. Go do things.
Bye.
Yeah, here's your toy. Go shut up. Leave us alone.
Go-
It's always ninja players asking for more cards.
Go kill everyone and get yourself banned. Have fun.
I know that
No, I
that is
think-
a
No,
good.
man, I feel
think
like
of the four,
I feel like heavy hitters
That's
could have been a ninja set, and the ninja players would still find a way to complain about it.
Okay, what did everybody say about Tome of Imperial Flame with Dromai, and where has Dromai gone?
Okay, see, and everyone's initial
Oh.
impressions of Tome were way off.
It's still a
It
great
did feel
card,
like
but
that. Yeah, it didn't.
but I don't think it's gonna
No,
be
but
the
I don't think
factor
most
of-
people were like thinking it was going to be insane like it was. You know.
Yeah. I know I wasn't big on it on my first couple reads, and then I like saw what it did, and I was like, "Oh my god, that is amazing."
Yeah. All
No,
I
this
had
is-
to do was see
this
what
is
Ancestral did
absolutely-
one time.
This is absolutely the ninja's tome.
Yes.
Yeah, the Katsu. I played against a Katsu this last week on Talishar, and he played it and hit like the red bonds or some shit off the top. Got to play that extra as just an extra card that turn.
Oh.
+1 on like his whole chain. I'm just like, dude, that's like an extra like fucking 12 damage or something just off of that one card. You know,
Yeah, and what does it
It's
cost? Like
literally-
one?
crazy.
Or is it
crazy,
free?
crazy.
Free. It's free.
It's free.
It's free. It's for 0,
So
and it's a
they
3
could
block, and
Tunic
it's a blue.
Art of War, hit that, and then get +2 on other combos and banish another card off the top.
See, I won't even use that
Well,
right
yeah,
away.
That's just you thinking your greedy little draw card turn. They don't even need Art of War to do some crazy shit. He didn't even
Yeah.
have Art of War to make me go, "Yep, this is a $40 card easy." You know,
Yeah.
that card will be
That
worth some
card
money, I'm
seems
sure.
nuts. Yeah.
Yeah, that's. I don't know. I know Dylan's got his set of foils on the way already. But-
Oh,
That does
jeez.
not surprise
He
me.
does.
Yeah.
He right
I
away he
still
was about
think,
it.
even with that card, I think Reinar got absolute gas in this set.
I agree.
Dude.
And he's got Scowling Fleshbag, man.
Beat
I think
chest?
So good.
Amazing mechanic.
Yeah,
Holy
super
shit.
good.
I played against it like one time, and I was like, wow. That the fact that you can just choose what you discard to it is incredibly powerful.
Let me discard my Beast Within, and then draw another card.
Yeah. Oops.
See, that's
Also,
that's what I'm
totally
saying.
unrelated to this set, but fuck Blood Rush Bellow.
Yeah, that card's so good.
I got double Blood Rush bellowed by a brute player at Mound today, and low key I did it to myself because I gave him like inertia or something. So he was like, use it or lose it. But fuck, dude, it was like
I
a
don't think he's
20
just not
something
gonna
damage
use 2
turn.
blood rushes though.
Yeah, Blood Rush is gross. It just enables so much.
See, that's
So
what
you
I'm.
guys,
The
so you guys said Reinar.
See-
Bailey, who do you think of the 4 heroes?
I legit think it would be, or like it could be Katsu.
Yeah,
I
it's
think-
Katsu, and if not Katsu, it's got to be Bravo.
Yeah,
Dory
I don't know.
is dead
Katsu's
last, we all
always
know
been
that.
making
Right,
like
Josh?
steady
Right, Josh?
upwards movement, but
What is the difference for points between Reinar and Bravo? Bravo's probably got more, right?
I'll look right now.
Yes.
I feel like Bravo's got a lot more.
Well, after Michael Hamilton winning on that that one event, he might have gone up. Hold on here, I'm getting there. To answer your question, Ty, yeah, I don't think Dory's going to go up too much more. I mean, she might go up a little bit, but she's going to be
I wasn't
this.
asking a question. I was more saying a statement.
Yeah, well, no, you're right. But truly living legend, I don't think she's going to be too viable.
Yeah.
So it goes Bravo leading the pack at 584. He gained 256 over the season of
Wow.
Evo season. Dory at 340. Katsu at 480. So it literally goes Bravo, Katsu, Dory, Reinar at 210.
So it's definitely Katsu that goes first. It's 100% Katsu. I thought Reinhardt had more than that. It's 100% Katsu. Probably followed by Bravo.
See, I think Bravo just crushes Katsu though.
That's not a good matchup for them, but look at the rest of the field. Katsu looks at a lot of the
I
other
don't know.
heroes
I
and
think
just
Katsu
goes,
could do a
"That's
good job
free."
against Bravo if they know what they're doing.
Well, I
Yeah,
mean,
I don't know. Bravo kind of falls apart when you start going too wide.
I was talking to Wesley about it, and he says
Yep.
that he just crushes Katsu's. He's like, I literally have like
Yeah,
I literally have like a
that happens.
70% win rate, and the
There's a lot of
only
good cards
thing
in.
that I lose to is Teklo. And if in Azalea, if there's a lot of Azaleas running around, especially with the new judge, jury, executioner,
I still need to get mine.
yeah, I think Katsu's still gonna have a hard time in the meta with those two alone.
Yeah.
With those two, those are like not great for him. Look at what he does to
Even
everyone
with
else.
against the new Reiner, like Bailey said with the beat chest mechanic, dude, you're telling me you beat chest mandible claw coming in for what is that? You beat chest for 5, mandible claw coming in for 8, and if you have a vigor token from the last turn, you're still able to pay for majority of the brute attacks that are 2 cost, intimidating on the face like pack call, and that's an 18 damage churn. So I don't know. It's gonna be a tough one to say which one actually goes first, but they're all pretty close, as in Katsu, Bravo, and I mean Reinar's not too close, but we'll see what happens.
I think he's probably
Alright,
going to overtake Dory, but we'll move on.
We can get into Dylan's next question. He said, basically, in short, if all of our main classes were to LL at once, who would we pick up as a new hero to play?
We talking all
Uh,
4 of our main classes at the same time?
Yeah,
No,
just
what
like
I-
the
what-
decks you
what-
play right now.
If they LL'd.
They
who
all
would
get
you
LL.
hop on?
But all
So your
4
Riptides,
are?
your fucking all the bottom of the barrel deck, right? They all get
Whoa,
LL.
whoa, hey,
Dory,
whoa.
Riptide. Hey, Teklo's a bottom of the barrel deck. I'm included in this.
Honestly,
Doesn't
would
everyone
we
think
all
he's
just
trash?
would we just shift onto like one of the meta decks and then just go from there? Actually,
no, I mean that's a good question. I don't know.
I honestly want to build an Angel Prism. I honestly do.
Yeah.
So if everything I had LL'd and just was fuck it, I might just go onto an Angel Prism.
I'd probably build
Yeah, I guess why
Kano.
not?
I'd probably just say fuck it and build a Kano deck and just try to learn that crazy way to play.
I second that comment.
Just because it's like new and different.
I second that comment.
What'd you say?
I second that comment.
yeah.
100%.
Josh,
Yeah.
Kano's LL'd for you.
Nuh-uh,
Dory and
Dory
Kano
is.
are
Yeah, that
gone.
would be considered LL.
Both the decks that I play? So not just one,
Yes.
both of mine?
Yes, all of the decks.
Yeah.
He's just saying right now today, any deck you're playing right now, if it's
Bro, I
he's
play like
including
4
Teklo in
different
this question
decks.
for me.
So you're telling me 4
Yes,
different.
they-
So
they're
my
all
Fi,
good. All
my
4.
Fi, my Dory, my Kano,
Gone.
and my Bravo.
Yes. Very.
All
I'd quit the game. I'd quit the game. No other hero really like.
Without telling me you
That's not a valid answer.
Okay.
No, if everything I play right now
Arachne.
LL'd, I'd probably go just pick up Victor
Ooh, Arachne. Good choice.
Fair.
and just pick up where I left off with Guardians.
What did you say, Josh?
I said Arachne.
Fair.
I'll just stick
Why
to
not
assassin
Azuri?
gameplay.
God,
Don't have my
I
command and
can't play
conquers.
Minor.
What's that?
Don't have my command and conquers. I need
Yeah.
2 more. Still.
Yeah,
I need
you kinda
3
need those.
more.
I mean, not so much in Arachne, but in Azuri you do.
Yeah. That's why I said Arachne. Yeah.
Okay. Cliff, did you even answer? You said Prism, right? You said Angel Prism. Okay.
Yeah, I'd build an Angel Prism, I think, if everything else, because it's a deck that kind of it's calling to me. Like the voices in the back of my head, it's whispering Pretty Little Lies.
Okay, we can go on to Dylan's next question. It's just Dylan. These are all a week apart, by the way, though, so it's not like
Yeah, shout out
all the same
Dylan for
time. His other one is
being the most devoted person to this podcast. He's there.
That's true.
He's
That's
our
true.
man.
He's one of our closest buddies too. So, he says, "What are you guys' thoughts on the new way to qualify with the combined ELO?" I want to get your guys' thoughts on this first.
What
pretty
is
clear-cut.
the new way to qualify?
No XP anymore.
Okay, so if you don't know, so like the 90-day XP qualifier where you could go and grind armories and stuff.
Oh, yeah, no. If
that's-
if it gets rid of that, phenomenal. Like it basically eliminates grinders at like any of your local armories.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck those guys.
Yep.
Not actually. Cut that out, Josh.
Well, so
I
here's
will.
the thing. A lot of them are just like, no, you can keep it in. You're being sarcastic, first of all, but like, also
Yeah.
like a lot of them are good dudes that do that.
Oh
it's just a
yeah,
way-
no,
it
and
was
I
just a
get it.
way
Like
to
it's a way to
qualify
get
at,
to
you know.
your end goal, but I don't know. It definitely
They're
does
definitely
dampen the experience for newer players that
feels-
might be popping out to
can.
armories.
it can. You have to do some work to like not let it, right? Like as a community, you know.
Yeah.
But I think like without the 90-day XP, you probably see even a more of a decline in just attendance, because I mean those players now just aren't going to be doing those or doing that as much, right? Which, like you're saying, is a good thing on the one hand, but on the other hand, maybe attendance is hit because of this. But also like this was going to happen eventually with the ELO. First time I ever heard of ELO was in chess, right? Like you have a rating in chess that they like base your skill off of, and when I learned that they had that in Fab, I thought that was cool. But like it didn't mean anything for the first few years, and eventually, now that they have enough players and enough people have ELO points, they can kind of they can do invites based on it, and this was just kind of a long time coming, honestly. So I'm not surprised. If anyone's surprised, and I know some people kind of upset by this, I don't know why. I think this is kind of overall this is a good thing for the game.
Never mind. I'm gonna hold my sarcastic comments back.
I thought something was coming.
Nah, you know what? I was gonna say, yeah, all the tournament grinders that love pub stomping newbies are so pissed off about this.
I mean, I kind of
Yeah,
agree with
no,
Bailey.
I
Just
think a
stop.
lot
That
of
aren't
them are,
good
though. A
enough
lot
to
of players
top
are kind of
four.
pissed.
No, I say it in jest though. I don't know.
I kind of agree with Bailey. It just
What do you guys
kind of
think?
just kind of stops the the XP grinders. If you had a rough start in ELO from the beginning, it's going to be tough for those players to grind back. Going to some of those events.
Amen.
Well,
Yeah,
honestly,
imagine
you just have to do you have to do
Grind your way
well.
back from a string of
like that.
O2s going back like 8 months.
See, it's going to be
Nah,
tough for some of
Bailey,
those players, but
You're
I-
not grinding. You need to
I'm
get
one
the
of those
fucking
players.
excavator, man.
Well, I'm just saying, like, in reference, it's going to be hard for those, like, yeah, it's hard for someone like that to grind their way back up to get to that level back up. They
What do you
literally
mean
have to go win.
I am one of that.
I know, you would literally
No,
have to
stop-
go
Stop
win.
making fun of me.
I'm not. I'm just saying for anybody. I'm not making fun of you. I'm just saying, like, it's
No.
going to be hard.
To anyone who it might be applicable to that may not be directed to or at a Mr. Bailey Hilton.
I was
get
never
good.
directing it. I'm just saying the fact that it's hard for
No,
a
I think
player
No,
like
it's
that
okay.
to come
You can
back.
call me bad.
I'm
I
stop
mean,
it
your
right
nickname
now.
is O2 drop.
Stop
That
it
was
right now.
self-inflicted.
But I don't know. I like it because it just stops the grinders, but at the same time, for anybody that was trying to get into the game early and start doing some of that, it's gonna be a hard grind for them to come back.
Yeah, what is my yellow?
I actually really do like this change because this is like the first TCG that I've gotten into and want to like place competitively in, right? And so,
Yeah.
you go and you play at these big tournaments and you're like, oh shit, like if I don't win here, I can't go to this tournament. And once I heard that if you just went to a bunch of armies, you could qualify by XP, it took away a little bit of that,
You know what it is?
to really place
It's pay to
well.
win in real life.
Oh, good God.
No joke. Like if you can
Well,
pay to go to all these armories and travel and pay entries, it's pay to win.
you still have to be getting like the XP and through wins that's the only way you gain the XP. You don't just get XP for
Yeah.
showing up to these things. So you do have to be winning at the armories,
Oh, yeah.
But
I mean, somebody could just show up to any new player base if you're like somewhat like familiar with the game. If there's like a new shop that pops up with an
what my
event.
ELO is. Should we all check our ELO live?
Oh God.
Oh boy. I don't know if I like this.
I already got mine pulled up.
Maybe
I'm not gonna
it's-
say it until someone else says theirs, but
Oh shit.
My limited is 1500. Literally at what you start at.
So you just haven't played a single limited one?
No,
think
I
played one or
have.
two
I
limited
just
events.
I literally go 3-3 or
Just-
4-4-2 and every time. And then my ELO constructed is I always lose my first 2 games, win my next one,
Me
lose
too.
my fourth one, and then win the last 2. So the ELO is still the same at 1500. Equals out.
That's crazy. My constructed is 1557 and my limited is 1508.
oh,
So barely touched limited, but
What you got,
I
baby?
mean constructed isn't terrible.
I don't wanna
that
say.
doesn't I think the good ones are like in the 16 to 1700s though, like all the good pros, like so that I
Yep.
mean I have a pretty low ELO, I think, all things considered. It says I'm 512th ranked in the country though. I mean that's not terrible, I guess.
Damn.
Nope, not bad at all. Not bad at all.
Yeah, I'm assuming you want a bigger number for your ELO.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Why? What? I'll show you mine if you
I'm
show
at-
me yours.
I'm at 1494 for ELO constructed
Fuck!
and then 1500 for limited.
God damn it.
Is he got you beat? He does, doesn't he?
Yeah. Yeah. My limited ELO is 1487.59, and the 0.59 matters. And then my constructed ELO is 1471. I told you those O2s fucked me.
What's your
Yeah, those
your
OT
country
drops, dude.
rank for the ELO?
For which one?
The ELO constructed. I don't have one for
4381.
What you got, Josh?
Me being at just below 1500 at technically 1496. I'm at 3800.
I'm at 2400. What you got, Ty?
You said 512.
right?
512. Yeah, 512.
Wow,
Get
couldn't
you.
quite crack top 500.
No, I think what do they? I mean, they usually
Wow,
have a few
you
hundred people at
fucking
these things, so it'll be
suck.
probably
Can't even break
top
top
2,
500.
top 300.
Yeah, get on my level.
Yeah, I do suck.
You suck.
Dude,
Alright,
a lot
now
of
that
my
we're
early
done
wins in this
comparing-
game were when people were still learning. Honestly, like it's been harder and harder. The older the game gets and the better people get. Like
Yeah, that's probably why my
ELO.
ELO sucks. We'd come to Legends and you just stomp us.
No,
Oh my
dude, you don't
God,
get ELO
that's
at
it.
Armory. No,
That's
no,
it.
no, no. You
That's
only
the
get
whole
ELO.
reason.
No. You only get ELO and steal ELO from people when you go to like the Archhands or the PQs.
Oh, you mean like when you
I
remorseless
think maybe-
them when they're on 7 health?
That game was. I did take your ELO that game.
You son of a
That
bitch.
one. I stole some of that ELO.
Give it
clip.
back.
like stealing your soul like Shang Tsung. Oh, dude.
Ty's
It's
out
so
here
funny.
sucking my
Okay.
soul.
Yep. Yep. Overall, yeah, I think we answered that question good enough though with the Elo talk.
Yeah.
What was the
we
question?
can move on to these. We we have 2 more
Do you
questions.
feel good about
These
pub
2 are from
stompers not being able to?
No,
Anyways,
yeah, I got it. I
yeah,
got it.
exactly. These 2 next questions came from this week. We have Sully coming in with that one. We'll save that one for last, and we have Dylan asking. Again, shout out Dylan. He said, this pre-release was awesome for me, but I felt this was a very underwhelming pre-release. And in parentheses, he has no mat or no other goodies. Seemed like budget cuts. And then, so like, oh, okay, yeah, sorry. He said some stuff about his rainbow foil ancestries after that. But so yeah, I think our judge kind of went into this in our Discord to a pretty good in a good way, kind of explaining pre-releases really shouldn't be about prizing. I know some places do like the pack per win of the new set, so like the better you do, the more packs you get. And we actually like have that option. Our shop owner's pretty lax and lets us kind of like do what we want to do with the prizing a lot of times. And um, I've tried to keep our pre-releases pretty like casual. You know, we all just get the extra 2 packs at the end for our prize support, and regardless of your record. And pre-releases, like I said, aren't really supposed to be for like meant for prizing. That's kind of like your skirmishes and stuff like that. Because like pre-releases are meant to be for the newer player that are getting into the game, trying the game out. Actually, we had a new player there. Shout out to Bonnie, Rick's girlfriend. Rick is one of our locals' dad who comes and plays, and we had an odd number, and Bonnie made, I think she was 12, right? Yeah, she was 12,
I
and
think she was
then
12. Yeah.
we ran her through the game quickly
I
in a few
fucking
minutes,
hope
like
she
thing. And
wasn't.
Carter did a really good job teaching her, and she, according to Rick, she really enjoyed herself. The pre-release is like great for that kind of thing, and it should be less about prizing, I think, at pre-releases. And I know in the past they have done mats, but like recently they have been kind of lax with their pricing, and I think it's good. Honestly, I think it's overall a good thing for the game. It just makes it more open, or more accessible, I think, to new players, less intimidating and stuff.
And that's
Yeah.
what Flesh and Blood
What are
needs.
your guys' thoughts on that?
I agree
Yeah,
100%. And that's what they need
Yeah,
to get
I
a new
think
player
they just
base.
had a tough time in general, kind of appealing to that newer player base for a little while. Like we had a reputation as like, oh, that's that uber competitive.
super expensive game.
Yeah. And it's really not. Like you look at most of the meta decks, and they're very comparative to the competitive decks in other TCGs. I think it's just the paying for equipment up front that catches a lot of people off.
Well, with the new system where you get the
Oh,
cold
yeah.
foil and rainbow foil in the same set now instead of first and unlimited, it really makes the rainbow foil piece like cheap, and it's
They're
really not
dirt
that expensive. Like I would argue that half the decks you can pay $200 for and pretty much get a very competitive deck, like a very competitive deck.
Yeah.
Like Riptide.
Yeah, I think recently they've done a really good job at lowering the prices. I mean, I don't know if you asked the wrong person, and that's not necessarily them doing a good job having their singles go down. But like, coming a few years ago, like you're saying, Bailey, you just like ask anyone to get into the game, and they look at the single prices and they see, Tunic at $250, and it's like, wait, every deck uses this, and it's $250. Like that's, it's not very accessible to a new player. And they've done a good job at. I mean, you look at the non-foil tunics nowadays, aren't they like $60-$70 still?
Yeah,
for
even the
Raylights?
rainbow
Like,
foil tunic is 100. It's dropped very
see,
very
that's
much.
crazy. That's so good. That's so good. Like the game
That's
is like more accessible now than ever.
that's what I'm saying is like you can pretty much buy into a competitive deck and it could be $200. In that deck you could walk into an armory or to a PTQ and you could probably do perfectly fine. Which is good
Yeah.
for the new player base. And I think they're really trying to get that up. The numbers have been going up for players. coming into the game, which is good. I'm glad that Fab's growing more and more with every set, kind of.
Yeah, I think this set is going to do wonders to get new players in.
I think the new sealed.
It's got such a.
What were you gonna say, Tom?
Yeah, sealed's good, but I think it's just like the theme of it, I think is really good. It feels very like if you're trying to teach someone Fab for the first time, this seems like a very good set for that. Just with like the fact that they have the block cards, like we talked about, instead of D reacts. Clashing feels real smooth and cool. The wager's pretty easy to comprehend. You just like have this on hit that has this extra effect, and like all these hero or the classes we have in the set too are all like the traditional OG Welcome to Wraith heroes, you know. So it's like it just feels like, you know, almost like a sequel to Welcome to Wraith or something. And I think it's going to do wonders, like I said, to get people into the game.
I agree.
Okay, last question of the pod. This one kind of went longer than we thought. Hoping the audio was good this episode for everyone. I know, like I said, we were kind of recording from home. So it's kind
So I took
wonky.
a work from home
trying to
day.
figure out our audio. Yeah. Okay, Sully asked, if you were a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, who would you be, and who would the other three be? So he's asking us to, because I mean, there's 4 hosts, right, of the BDE pod. So,
Boys, can I tell you
turtle
something?
would you be?
Yeah, I think I got.
I have no idea who the fucking Ninja Turtles are.
You're joking, right?
I had a feeling that you guys. I
I'm
had a feeling that
exactly with Bailey
one
here.
or two of you guys.
Oh my.
No idea.
I
I had a
was a
feeling this one might
Scooby-Doo
go over
kid.
some of your guys' head.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Ninja Turtles was right there next to Scooby-Doo, dude.
Yeah, so was fucking Teen Titans, man.
That's your mistake.
Well,
The
Josh,
original.
do you have an answer for this? I kind of have a good one. I have a good one for this. I think.
So hands down, Cliff is Michelangelo, 100%, without a doubt.
100%, 100%. He's Michelangelo. There's
Without a doubt.
No doubt in my mind, he's Mikey.
Bailey is Donatello.
Yep.
Don't tell me that.
Ty, you're Raphael.
No, Donatello me that.
Don't tell me that.
Ty, you're Raphael.
And he doesn't even know who that is.
Nah, dog.
Yeah.
And then
Yep.
I always forget the last one.
Leo.
Leonardo. Yep. Leonardo.
Yep.
And then that's me. Yes, sir.
I feel like that one's me.
Donatello is like the tech guy, right? He's like the guy with all the gadgets and the weird computer shit. That's, you know, you've always.
Is that me?
That
is me.
That is you.
That's definitely. Don't you work in like tech?
That's me.
Like fucking, you know, place at your Target or whatever. Anyways,
Michelangelo is just kind of a crackhead, and that's Cliff.
No, he's like the party animal, dude.
Yeah, well, yeah, he's a crackhead. He loves.
He's like
just
the
doing...
wild card. You guys ever seen Always Sunny? He's like Charlie Day. You know, he's the wild card. Yeah, he's always.
Oh, Always Sunny is great.
Silly goose time. So you definitely are Michelangelo, Cliff, for sure. And then I would say Leo's kind of like Leo's like the he's like the leader, I would say, and he's kind of got like a very like wise, kind of like mellow like take on life. And
are we sure this is Josh?
Well, but hold on, he kind of I know what you mean by that.
Objection,
but like
Your
I think
Honor.
of Raphael and Leo, I think Josh fits Leo more, and I fit Raphael more. Raphael's kind of like the brash, you know, quick to anger. Definitely me. That's 100% me. Ask my wife; she'll tell you. Like I'm Raph, 100%. He's kind of the loner. And yeah, Leo's like more calm, and Josh has got that kind of smooth, suave, calm, collected, kind of sultry voice. You know what I mean? This one was like such an easy question. I'm so sad that you guys don't know
it was so easy.
It just
I agree with all of these.
My age too.
We're all like the same age.
As soon as Sean asked this
except
question,
for you, Grandpa.
Aren't you like 25 now? 24, 25?
Shut up.
Yeah.
I'm almost 10 years older than you, dude.
I don't need to be reminded that I'm old.
You're not. Stop
Look,
saying
Bailey,
that
you're
because that
insulting the
is
senior
information.
citizen over here, all right? His Medicaid's about to hit, and he can't let his heart get that fast. Come on.
No, as
shit.
soon as Sean asked this question, it was the easiest question in my head to just instantly Bailey was Donatello, instantly Cliff was Michelangelo. I put
I'm
you
so sad that
as
you guys don't know.
Raphael, like instantly. I'm like, it's just how it goes. But
Yeah. Oh yeah.
you guys need to watch the movies. They're especially the older ones. They're even funnier. They're
I think I saw
even
the new
better.
one.
The new one's good. I like the new ones, but the old ones are just classics, man. Absolute classics.
Yeah, the old ones they had like actual suits and shit, and the mouths moved, and it like actually looked legit. Like
It was very
state-of-the-art like
weird.
puppetry or I don't know, animatronic or whatever. No, it was good. They're good. They're good. And if you're like not a fan, like I used to watch the old '90s cartoon, and I had all the Ninja Turtle toys, and yeah, I was big into Ninja Turtles for sure.
Same here. Same here.
Yeah.
Well, was there any other
That is going
questions?
to do episode 26, boys. I think. No, I think that was it. Yeah, let's get the fuck out of here, boys.
I'm not gonna have to say
And
it this
then
time.
I'm not gonna
everyone
steal
takes
Cliff's line this time.
Everyone takes 5 steps and goes to the bedroom. Let's get the fuck out of here. Immediately walks through the door into their living room.
Oh, dude, I'm already like chilling.
I'm down in the studio by myself. It's kind of weird being down here by myself, guys. Feel a little lonely.
I'll be there
I'll
next
get back
time, I
in
think.
studio soon. We just had some hiccups.
But
That we did.
to conclude our episode, we appreciate every single one of you listeners out there giving us a listen. We appreciate it. You can always join the Discord in the show notes. I'll have the link in there. You can email us at bigdeckenergycast@gmail.com.
Hey, that's 2 weeks in a row he's got it right.
Oh, I'm not getting it wrong from here on out.
He's learning.
But I know Bailey, you're
old
working on
YouTube
that. You're working on that UPF video, so that should be up on the YouTube pretty soon.
Yes, sir. It should be up pretty soon. I'll probably drop it in our Discord first, a couple days before it goes up, or like a day or two. Give all you Discord folks a little early access sneak peek at it.
So that just gives you more incentive to join our Discord, every listener out there. But we appreciate every single one of you, and as we like to say, signing off. Peace.
Hey, we'll see y'all next time.
See ya.
As always, it's a pleasure.